Hello and welcome to Yoga by Campy. I'm Campy. Thank you for joining me as I travel around with my trusty mat. Today I'm in Sommières in France, and this class is part of my Yoga to Loosen Up series, with today's focus being on a tight lower back. So all you need is space for your mat, some comfortable clothes, and we can begin. Well, a tight lower back, I think, is something that a lot of us do suffer with. It's not surprising, really, because we all sit down a lot more than we maybe used to generations ago. And we're sitting in comfortable chairs, which may not be the best chairs for our posture. So if you think of something like a sofa or a settee or a couch, you collapse into it and you lean back. And what happens there is there's this rounding in the lower back. In the lower back, we're meant to have a slight curve. So the lower back curves one way, the mid back curves the other way, and then the neck curves another way. What happens is when we collapse, we lose that curve. So we just kind of end up with a banana spine. I like to start these classes with a little bit of advice or a tip. So my suggestion would be when you are on a seat, especially if you're sitting down to work, you want to make sure that your knees are slightly lower or in line with the hips, with the pelvis. So as soon as the knees come up above the line of the pelvis, we have a rounding in the back. So if I show you here, if my knees, this is quite far up, this tendency is to round in the back here. Whereas if I get my knees in line with the pelvis, I'm more likely to support this curve that's meant to be in this lowest part of the back. So that's the first tip. Second tip is try not to use the back of a chair. So this may sound counterproductive, but back rest, you don't really want to be resting your back while you're sitting. You want to be engaged in your body as much as possible. So you have paraspinal muscles that run all the way down the back of the spine, down it's either side of the spine, which support the spine. They're your postural muscles. So the more you can engage in that to lift up out of this pelvis, finding a sternum away from the pubic bone, and also length up the back of the spine. The more you can sit in that position and support yourself, the more engaged you'll be in your body, and actually the signals you send to your brain are, we're alert. So you actually end up having more energy. As soon as you lie back into something like a sofa, you might find you start switching off. The same thing if it's your work chair. If you're slumping back into it, you might find you have less energy. So give it a try. When the back feels like it's tiring, when the muscles feel like it's tiring, then use the backrest for a minute, then come forwards and use your body. Use the equipment you already have inbuilt into your physical body. Okay, so we're going to release some of this lower back tension. There will be a bit of focus on the lower back, but of course the hip flexors, the side of the hips, the glutes, the abdominal area, these are muscles that if they are also tight from sitting, they're going to be pulling the back around in certain positions. So we want to try and balance the body out. So to start with, we'll just get into the body via the breath. I encourage you to gently close your eyes or just softly focus on a point down in front of you. Just take this moment to check in with yourself, scan your body. Where do you feel any tightness or tension? Just in this moment, is there a way of releasing it without moving? Is there a way of allowing the nervous system to relax slightly, to release some of the tension in the muscular system? We'll take a moment to connect with the present moment as well. So I'm going to suggest using our sense of hearing. So I'm not sure what my microphone will pick up, but in my space at the moment there is a gorgeous bird song. There's a French couple playing tennis. They're not hitting the ball at the moment. But you might hear throughout the class, you might hear some grunting, which is universal language for I'm playing tennis. And I can hear a breeze somewhere in the distance. So if you can hear any of those sounds, then please use them to anchor yourself in your present moment. If not, just whatever sounds you are able to connect with in your time and space. Let's do some Gentle nasal breathing, so slowly in through the nose. And when you exhale, I want you to see if you can extend the breath slightly longer than the inhale. So completely up to you. You can do count of 2 in, count of 4 out, 3 in, 6 out. So you can just double the length on the exhale. And we'll just take a moment to connect with the breath before we start the movement. We'll all take one slow inhale through the nose and let it out through the mouth as you let all tension go through the shoulders and the face and the body. Bring your hands together in a prayer position, thumbs touching chest space. Just bow the head down towards the hands and just set an intention for yourself or the class. It can be how you want to feel, what you hope to gain from this. Bring the head back up. Slowly release the hands. Slowly open the eyes. And we'll come into, if you're not already, in a comfortable seated position. You can be up on a block or a bolster if that helps you get your legs, your hips open as wide as possible, knees as low as possible. I want you to take, wherever you are, take your left heel as close to the pelvis as possible, the pubic bone as possible, and then the right one in front of it. So if you're up here, that's fine, it will work with the movement we're doing. And what we're going to do is going to take your left hand just on the diagonal, slightly behind you, so we can get a bit of weight in there. Use the right hand, we're going to encourage this hip bone to open up a bit more. So I'm just demonstrating up here. I do have more availability in my hips now, so I'm going to go with my range of motion. And as you push the hand away, push the shoulder on the other direction as well. So it's like a gentle twist. As if your knee really smells and you actually want to take the nose as far away as possible. Every exhale is when we push down and we come back up. And we're just going to hold it on the deepest part of the stretch, looking over the shoulder. Just sense into the stretch. I just felt something loosen in my lower back slightly. You might feel that happened to you. That's good. If you are having lower back pain, of course, please take it as easy as possible. Modify any movement that I suggest. Okay, let go with the hand. Just going to take the right arm to the outside of the left thigh. So let me demonstrate up here. Outside of the left thigh, just so we can twist. So the left hand can go slightly further behind. Take it into a gentle twist. Lifting up and out of the spine, up and out of the pelvis as much as possible. So I'm just going to come back to my range of motion. I have said this before in other classes, but you might be completely new to this, so this might be the first time you heard it, but the actual look of the posture doesn't matter. It only matters if we let it matter, and it shouldn't matter. It's about sensing inside and stretching our muscles in the way that they can stretch right now. Okay, release the right hand. Left hand is just going to come out to the side. We're going to take the right arm up and over for a gentle side stretch. So again, if the legs are up here, it's fine. We want to make sure the right sit bone is going towards the bolster, the block, or the mat. And we're lifting up and out of the right fingertips so that we're stretching through the rib cage, through the side body. Don't collapse in the shoulders. Keep that right shoulder back and up. You can even look up to the ceiling from here if you'd like. Now this right middle finger is going to reach away from the right sit bone as much as possible on this diagonal until we find a fold over this left thigh. So if we're up here, again it's fine. You just want to be trying to connect your torso with your thigh as much as possible. So we've got a gentle twist. We're stretching up the back as well, opening the hips. See how far you can take the hands in front of you. Fold a bit further. And we're going to walk the hands in a semicircle as far in front as possible, all the way to the side. Actually, from here, let's just quickly sit up and change your legs. So bring the right in towards the left, right in towards the pubic bone, left in front of that, and we'll come back to the folded position. So folding over the right thigh now. You might find you have more space in one side than the other. Really, as much as possible, trying to connect your sit bones with whatever you are sitting on and sending your left knee away from left fingertip. See if you can fold a bit further. Imagine that lower back area just opening up, creating space. Right hand straight out to the side. We're going to lift the left arm up and over for the same side bend. Again, if you're up here, enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with being up here. You'll be feeling the same kind of stretch in the muscles as me down here. Sorry, just adjusting my mic because I almost ate it. Make sure you're squaring the shoulders. Sorry, give me 1 second, this is playing up. That's better. Side stretch, left sit bone away from the fingers. Now from here, left hand finds the outside of the right thigh. Right hand goes behind you. Come to this twisted position. So remember to lengthen up the spine as we inhale. And as you exhale, that's when we can create more space. Letting go. Take one more breath in. Exhale, let go of the breath, let go of the tension. Hold the pose though. Now from here, take your right hand just out to the diagonal. Left hand's going to come on the inside of the left knee, and we're going to open this hip up. So encouraging the hip bone to open here. Again, I will reiterate, if you're up here doing this movement, that's great. It's about trying to release that hip and, ball and socket joint. Sorry, I've got some allergies. There's something going on out here. And they're just holding that position. See if we can take the nose away from the knee, the smelly knee. Take your attention into the lowest part of the spine and imagine like a circle around that of all the muscles that might be holding on. See if you can encourage any of those just to let go. And we'll come up to center. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Just hold around the ankles and just flap your butterfly wings. Lift the sternum. Find that supported posture in the spine. Imagining the natural curves of the back, but lengthening out the crown down through the sit bones. Now we're doing a lovely stretch that my friend and fellow yoga teacher introduced me to the other day, which I thought was really cute. She said, imagine you've just got twins. These are your twins, 1 and 2. That's their names. It's easy to remember them. One starts crying, so you're going to have to lift number 1 up. So you want to lift your leg up. You want to try and get the sole of the foot into the crease of your elbow here, and then just cradle it like a baby. So whatever this means for you, even if the other leg's up, you just want to cradle it and just gently rock it. Just soothe baby 1. Rocking side to side. That baby's nice and settled, but guess what? Baby 2 is crying. So let's put baby 1 down. We'll pick baby 2 up. Again, sole of the foot into the crease of the elbow. And rocking gently from side to side. Baby 2 is tighter for me. So I think I need to just rock her a little bit more gently today. That's soothed that baby. So we can put that baby down now. Thank you, Aurelie. Let's just lift baby 1 up again. And we're going to slide baby 2 underneath ourselves, so the knees facing the front, and place the sole of baby, I'm going to stop calling it baby 1 and baby 2, sole of the foot down on the right foot. We're going to come into a gentle twist, so holding around the knee here, send your right sit bone down to the mat. Then lift up the spine and look over to the right. Rocking forwards and backwards. When I say forwards and backwards, it's forwards with your body and backwards. I think you'll know what I mean. I think it's the simplest way to go. Just kind of coming forwards and backwards here. Releasing any tension. Find stillness. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, find a bit more space. Now from here, this is a really nice juicy stretch. I love this one, so hopefully you'll enjoy it too. We want to just sit back on the sit bones. You can take your left sole of your foot forward so you can cross your legs. That's to start with. And then we want to get the left foot as far to the back of the mat as possible and the right foot as far to the front of the mat as possible. This might be where you stay, but what we are aiming to do is get a nice stretch down the outer thigh, outer glutes, the outer hip bones. So if you do have space, you can come to more of a cow leg position, but you want to keep your knees in line, and then you want to get the sit bones down on the mat. So have a play around. If this isn't something you've done before, like with anything you haven't done before, I suggest play and see where your body can go. You want to feel a stretch down these parts here, these outer glutes. Might be the maximus, might be the minimus, might be the medius. They all sound like gladiators, I think. Gluteus maximus. And just take a few gentle moving around movements. You do kind of small circles. Just find the point where it's juiciest, where you get the most stretch. And from here, take your left hand just on the outside of the right thigh, and we're going to take it into, if you don't want to do this, if the twist, the outer glute stretch is enough, just stay there. But if you'd like a simple twist as well, see how that deepens it. Oh, see, for me, I do get some tightness in my lower back, and when I send my attention into kind of this area here in the outer hips, stretch that out, I feel something release in my lower back. So like I said, sometimes it's not actually about the lower back, it's the other muscles that are tight or weak. Okay, we're going to come up through center. We're going to do a funky move to get to the other side. So taking your hands over to the left, just bring everything up onto the feet. And we're going to carry on this movement, crawling all the way around. And look at that. Magic. We're on the other side. So in this position, we go to cow legs again. Don't worry if your knees are higher up. You want to find the point where you can get the sit bones grounded and then push the knees away. So you can use your hands to do this, or you can use the muscles to create that space. And again, any little movements, gentle ones. Find the point where you want to stop and stay. And when you find that point, as much as possible, use all of your focus and energy to go into the part of the body that you feel is being stretched. Give it a chance to release even more. If you want the twisty stretch, right hand on the outside of the thigh, lifting up, twisting to your left. I've just noticed it says London Crew on the graffiti. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out in that London Underground symbol with London Crew, which is my hometown. Yes. It's had a lovely fond feeling of the underground. Oh. Okay, slight technical difficulty there. Technical problem, sorry. I have a little umbrella to protect it from the sun, but the wind picked up, so that's why you fell over. Hopefully you will still be in the position we were in, which is the twisted kind of cow leg position. Over to the left, I was talking about London, wasn't I? Yeah. Should have really started raining when I talked about London. That would have definitely linked in with London. Okay, let's come back to centre. From here, take your sole of your left foot down to the ground. We'll just do a gentle twist to the left, so hugging your left leg. Lift up out of the spine. Send the left sit bone down to the mat. We want to go into the glute and underneath this sit bone. See what's going on in the lower back as well while we do this. Gently rocking forwards and backwards. And find stillness. We're going to do the funky move where we twist around, so taking the hands to the left, lift the hips, come up into the feet, twist round to the front of the mat. Hands come to the front, send your left leg back, send your right foot in between your hands. We're just going to gently come forwards and go backwards as we exhale. So going through these two movements, to low lunge and half split. Send your focus into stretching your left hip flexor when we come forwards as we inhale. As we go back, stretching the right hamstring here. So a tight hamstring will pull around the pelvis and affect the lower back as well. So inhale forward, stretch left hip flexor, exhale back, right hamstring, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forwards. Let's hold this position here. So really sending your left hip bone down towards your right heel, putting your right sit bone back. So we're squaring your pelvis, squaring your hip, releasing in the front part of the left leg up into the abdominal area, most likely the psoas muscle, which connects the leg to the top part of the body. That's often a tight one. If you want a deeper stretch here, with your toes untucked, come up onto the front of the foot, lift the knee. See how that changes the stretch. Only if you'd like it. Like I said before, just play around, see if you like it. Your brain might not like it, but your body actually might really like it. Okay, lowering the back knee down. Just bring the chest up slightly, take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Just take a gentle twist over to the right. So aiming to get your chest bone towards your thumbs. Imagine all the muscles around the pelvis are loving this. They're going to open up. Take one more deep breath in. And out. So try this move here. Tuck the back toes under just for a bit more stability. Lift your right sit bone up and back as we extend the right leg, keeping your left elbow connected with the outside of the right knee. And then when we've extended the right leg, we can place the fingertips or most of the hand down and then flex your right foot. Open up to the side. This creates a really nice juicy stretch down the right hamstring. So like I said, releasing down the back of that leg will help with lower back tightness. Keep squaring those hips, pull that right hip back, flex your right foot, take one deep breath in and out. Right hand goes where left hand was. Left hand comes to the other side. We can really deepen this right hamstring stretch now by sending the hips down towards the heel. Flex your foot, go as deep as you can or want. So if you're up here, we want to lengthen the spine and then fold over. So we're not rounding over here. Rounding over is actually not going to deepen the stretch. So it's better that we've got a higher chest with a deeper hamstring stretch. But if you have a bit more space, you want to play around, go a bit further. It's your practice and your body, so please work with both. Take one more deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, see if you can fold a bit further. Now bringing the weight slightly up. Sole of the right foot goes down, then the toes go off to the left-hand side. We're going to pivot on the left knee. Just send the leg slightly towards the back of the mat. Trying to keep your sole of your right foot down. We're going to stretch the inside of the thigh now. So we're going to tilt the pelvis out and then pull across to the back of the mat. So gluing the heel down, gluing the outer edge of the right foot down, pulling this pelvis away. So you should feel a nice stretch here, this inner part of the thigh. Just play around with the movement, moving your shoulders, moving parts of the spine. See if you can find a nice deep stretch. So this is kind of like a half box splits. Releasing in the inner thigh now. Take one more deep breath in. And out. From here, take your hands to the back of the mat. Pivot on the front knee. We're going to take the right knee down, lift the left knee up, step in between the hands, lunging forwards to the back of the mat. And we'll do the same on this side. So inhale, lunging forwards, stretching your right hip. Exhale, lengthen the left leg, stretch your left hamstring. Just moving through these 2 points, releasing the pelvis. Exhale, back, stretch the left hamstring. Inhale, right hip flexor. Exhale, left hamstring. Inhale, right hip flexor. And last time, inhale, left hamstring. Inhale, come forwards to this low lunge. Find the pose first, so pulling your left hip back, sending your right forwards, lifting the chest through. Imagine that right psoas, the right hip flexors releasing now. If you want a deeper stretch, coming onto the front, coming up into the front of the right foot, extending that back leg. See how that changes things. Again, if you want to just move around in this position, encourage all the small muscles, ligaments and tendons to still let go. Please do. Okay, knee back down if you've lifted it. Just lift the chest slightly. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Find this bind first. Again, trying to get the center of the chest towards the thumbs. Keep lunging forwards, keep stretching your right psoas out. Take one more breath. Now from here, keeping the bind with the right elbow, left knee, left outer knee, see if you can take the hips back to the half split stretch so the right hand then comes down. Flex your left foot, pushing the arm against the leg to open up. You might want to tuck the toes under on the back foot, that might give you more stability. Keep pulling your left hip back and flexing your left foot. Again, you want to try and release all the way down the back of the left leg. Take one more breath and release the breath. Left hand goes where right hand was. Frame your left leg and find half split here. So adjust yourself if you need to. You take the left foot forward slightly. We want to lengthen in the spine and then fold over. Trying to get torso to thigh. So again, just go to wherever you would like to go or can go right now. Just want to find as much of a stretch as possible down the left hamstring. All the way from left sit bone to left heel. So keep flexing your left foot. Take one more deep breath in. Release the breath, but hold the pose. Put the left sole of the foot down. Left toes go to left side of the mat. Pivot on the right leg. Shoot the right knee towards the front of the mat. Extend your left leg out. So sole of the foot on the floor. Do this half box split, inner thigh stretch again. So tuck your tailbone under. And then find a way of creating as much length from your left heel all the way to this right sit bone as possible. So we're kind of pulling everything this way towards the front of the mat while tucking the pelvis under. Again, just move around, see if there's a point where you enjoy it most. And when I say enjoy, it might not be in the traditional sense of the word. It just might be where it's deepest and strongest. Take one more deep breath in and out. Hands to the front of the mat. Pivot on the right knee. Send your right leg back. Just briefly meet in extended plank before we send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So walk through your dog. Keep lifting your sit bones. You can paddle from side to side. Paddle? Just pad, sorry. See how that helps the pelvis and the lower back release. And then we'll find a steady dog. So firstly, generous bend in the knees. Push down into all parts of the hands. So fingertips where the fingers join the palms and then the heels of the hand. Trying to create as much length down the upper body as possible. Then from here, see if you can extend your legs. It doesn't matter if they extend, it doesn't matter if the heels touch the floor. You just want to create length down the back of the legs and then all the way from the sit bones to the fingertips. Take a deep breath. And out. One more deep breath in, see if you can lift the tailbone even more. And as you exhale, can you send the heels further down? Lower your knees to the ground. Take them as wide as the mat, big toes touching. Send the sit bones to the heels, child's pose. Just melt everything to the mat. Sit bones, sending them to the heels and then reaching out through the fingertips. As much length as possible from those 2 points. So we find space in the lower back. Take one more deep breath in. Side out. Just bring yourself up onto your elbows, slide your legs back. Last part of the class, we'll come to a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is nice for releasing any tension in the lower back as well. So what we want to do is we want to have the elbows glued, forearms glued. You can either put your palms down or the outer edges of your hands down. You want to try and pull the chest through as you pull the elbows back, then release in the abdomen. You want to stretch the muscles out down the front part of the body, going into the pelvis. Tops of the feet, you can push them down into the mat and see if you can lift your knees by engaging your thighs. Just ask the lower back to release here. You can vocalize that or you could just use it as a thought. If you do want a slightly deeper stretch, we'll come up into seal, so palms down, just extend the hands so we find more of a back bend. Push the tops of the feet down into the mat. Lift your kneecaps, lift the sternum. Then we'll take one more breath in. And wherever you are, as you exhale, release the chest down to the mat. Take one arm underneath yourself, rolling onto the back. Soles of the feet on the floor. Right ankle onto left thigh. You're going to send your right knee away from yourself. Lift everything up, reach through this gap here with the right hand. Left hand comes around the outside. Find a bind underneath the thigh or on top of the shin. Flex your right foot, pull everything towards you. So you're pulling your left knee towards you and you're actively pushing your right away. And you should feel a nice stretch in the right glute. Trying to keep as much of the lower back connected with the mat, sacrum down. Breathing in. Release it with a sigh. Deep breath in. And release with a sigh. Let the left sole of the foot find the mat again. Keep your right ankle where it is. From here, we're going to let everything fall over to the right hand side for this spinal twist. Now here, use the right ankle, flex it on top of the left knee to push it down towards the mat. You can use the right hand on the right inner knee to encourage that go down to the mat, and you can extend the left arm to the side, palm up, looking to the thumb. So see how deep you can make the stretch. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. Use your core, lift the knees up. When we get the left sole of the foot down, slide the right leg down so knees are crossed, and we're going to take them over to the left. From here, take the left hand onto the top of the right thigh. Encourage that knee to get down towards the earth. Reach that right arm out to the side, look to the thumb. See how much of a diagonal stretch you can make from your right knee to your right thumb. Take one more breath. Release the breath, find a bit more space. Use your core, come up through center. Uncross your knee. Just take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall into the middle one at a time. Windscreen wiper before we do the other side. And then we close the class. So, feet back in line with knees and hips. Right ankle onto the outside, left ankle onto the outside of the right, onto the right thigh. Flex your foot, send your knee away from yourself, lift everything up. Reach your left hand in between the gap, find the same bind. Then pull that towards you, so keep flexing your left ankle. Pull your right knee towards you, send your left knee away. Trying to keep your sacrum down. Extend that tailbone to the bottom of the mat. Stretch your left glute out. Take one more breath in. Sigh it out. Was a lie, we're going to take another breath in. And sigh it out. Let the right sole of the foot find the mat again. Take your left knee over to the side. Use your left ankle to push your right knee to the mat. Use your left hand to push your left knee to the earth. Reach away with the right hand. Release any tension. Take one more breath. And release the breath. Engage your core. Bring everything back up. Cross your legs over at the knees. Take everything over to your right hand side now. Use your right hand on top of the left knee to encourage that to go towards the earth. Reach away with the left hand. Every time you exhale, see if you can extend on this diagonal. Left thumb away from left knee. Take one more deep breath in. And let it go. Use your core, come up through center. Uncurl the knees. Last part. Penultimate asana, penultimate pose. So grab underneath the thighs. Gently rock us. Massaging all the way up the spine. Finding these points of balance. And then when you're ready, you're going to take the legs all the way over the head for a plow. So, trying to aim to get your toes towards the earth. Does not matter where they go. It's just your intention. Extend your legs, so engage your quads. Lift those kneecaps up. Send the back of the kneecaps up to the sky or the ceiling. Send the tailbone up to the sky. You can support yourself on the back if needed. Lengthening all the way from the crown of the head to the heels. How much space can you create down the back of the body? And we'll take one more breath. And release the breath. Place the soles of the hands, or the palms of the hands down. And slowly letting the spine connect back with the mat. See how slow you can go. Nice and controlled. Use your core. Lengthen the lower back so the tailbone is extending. Then when the spine is connected, we reach with the toes. Engage your core. Slowly lowering the legs all the way down. When the heels touch the mat, if they don't touch the mat, just shuffle up. Let the hips be heavy, let them fall open, let the feet fall away from each other. Palms up, shoulders melt. Final posture, Shavasana, corpse pose. Close your eyes. Send your attention into the lower back, the hips, any parts of the core. Just observe any differences you might feel. See if you can let go even further. Stay in this position for as long as time allows you right now, or as long as you'd like. Alternatively, you can come up to a seated posture. Do what works for you right now. So in closing the class, I just encourage you to check in with your posture throughout the day. So especially this lower back, see if you are collapsing, if you're rounding in the lower back. What often happens as well is if we look down at a mobile phone, we round in the upper back, and because the head becomes heavier, we round in the lower back. Let me just show you from the side, if you're looking. Rounding in the upper back and then the lower back to compensate, so everything shoots backwards, so we collapse in these two curves. So just check in your seated posture. Like I said, try and use your paraspinal muscles, use your built-in backrest to support the spine. And the more engagement you can have in your body throughout the day, the better. Not only physically, better for the body, but also it brings your attention into a present moment, which is what's happening in your body. So it's a win-win. Thank you very much for joining me for this class. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a few other classes in this series, so please feel free to check those out. Once again, I'm very grateful for you choosing one of my classes, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. But until then, I hope you have a lovely day. Namaste.